Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a burlap wreath, just the base like the one in the picture. This will not include the bow or the lettering. But before I get started, unfortunately, I do need to say a few things. Otherwise, I'll be dealing with comments about them and I just don't feel like it. The first thing is I am not a professional crafting YouTuber. That is not what I do here on YouTube. So the shots may not be perfect and it may not be super professional looking like other people's videos would, but half the time I think people forget that I'm not made of money and I don't have money for expensive equipment and things like that. You know, people will often complain on people's videos if things are shaky or you're moving too fast, and they don't realize how difficult it is to get these shots sometimes without professional equipment. So please keep that in mind. Another thing is with my placenta previa, probably said that wrong, probably will get a comment about it. I cannot move tables anymore to get shots that I guess would look better. So y'all are just going to have to bear with me. I did the best I could setting my camera up so that I could get the important stuff in the shot, but the whole wreath itself will not be in the shot while I'm showing you guys how I make it. The very last thing I need to tell you guys is I do not sell these wreaths. Every time people have asked me to do a crafting video and show you guys how I do things, I always get tons of emails asking me if I could just make it and sell it to the person. I don't do that. That's why I make these videos, so you guys can kind of learn to do it for yourselves. I just wanted to put that out there, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay guys, this has been a highly requested video for a really long time. This video is how I make my burlap wreaths. Now, a lot of people have a lot of different ways out there to make burlap wreaths, and there are some ways that make them less dense. We'll just say it that way. I'm going to insert right now some pictures of wreaths I've done. Okay, so a lot of my friends will buy burlap wreaths on Etsy and they'll be really disappointed because they've seen my wreaths and then theirs just isn't as dense, and by the end of this you guys should kind of understand what I mean. A lot of times people will twist and bunch stuff through so that it's like not holy looking, but it just doesn't have the density that mine do, and I don't know if that makes sense. So I prefer a denser, more, I don't know, I just feel like it's not as fragile, and I feel like everything's filled in and really like nice, and there's no gaping holes or whatever. So I'm just going to get right into what you need. You need a wire frame, this kind. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. Oh my god, it's broken. How did I buy a broken frame? That's okay. We'll make this work. I'm actually going to start here then, since it's broken. Actually, I'm going to tape it first. Okay. Alright, no big deal. We have it fixed. You're going to turn it over, and the side that's kind of not bent out is where you're going to, it's going to be your back. You guys, you're going to need some burlap. This might take more than 2. I bought 4 just in case. I don't remember the size of this wreath, but it's a smaller one. I'm actually going to be giving this one away. Sorry, I didn't know it was broken, but it won't matter. You guys will see it will not matter at all once this is done. So to start, you're going to, oh my gosh, this is the back, like I said. So you're going to want to, we're going to start going over. We're going to run this, fold it. This is why I suck at tutorials. We're going to fold this in a little piece like so. Okay, I'm going to flip it so you guys can see. Do y'all see how I folded it like that? Then I'm going to take floral wire, cut some off. Shouldn't probably be doing that with scissors, but I always end up doing it with scissors. And you're going to kind of like run it through. So you're going to take it and kind of twist it off, and that's just to start your burlap wreath off. Gonna kind of tuck this a little bit in. All right, so that is on your back. And you're gonna just let this go. So let it go and then find the end. And so begins the fun part. Basically, you're gonna start lacing this through. See how it went through there? It's gonna come through here, okay? And then back out here. Does that make sense? Can you see what I did? So you're gonna start weaving it through and pulling it. And in the beginning, this is really tedious because you gotta pull the whole damn thing through. Oh my gosh. See how it's coming through? Maybe that makes more sense for you guys. Okay, so now it's through that part. You're gonna see how I left a little bit there so it scrunches up. You're gonna pull some up like that too. Probably a little more. When you first started out, it's not a big deal if that doesn't pop up a lot. I don't know if this is making any sense. So pull it up, and then you're going to take all this and push it. So I stopped because I didn't quite give myself enough space. So I'm going to make more space. Feed this back through. Now I'm going to flip it back over and then pull this through. And there's no exact measurement. I'm usually like, okay, that looks about equal. So you take it, hope this is showing, and you scrunch it. So I've scrunched it, and then I'm going to find my end again. Okay, so I've scrunched it, and I'm looking where I fed it last time. So it came out down this way. So for this one, it's going to go up. So for this one, it's going to go over. Kind of the opposite. Does that make sense? Like the opposite of what you just fed it. This is going to go down again. When I pull it tautly, that might make more sense. So it's going the opposite way, if that makes sense. This one fed down, so I took this and it went over. And I'll show you guys how that looks once you pull it through. Alright, so you guys can see you're again going to make two little puffs. This one is running through here because it's an extension of that. And you're going to push those puffs. So then you have a bunch. And you're going to keep doing this throughout the whole wreath. Every time you get to, see this one is starting over here. So I'm going to find my end and work down, and then when I get to the other side, I'm going to work up with it. I'm going to show you guys how to do this whole section, and then I'm probably going to fast forward and let you guys watch me do the whole wreath. So this side is coming out this way, so I'm going to start feeding it back down the opposite, I don't know what to call these things, the opposite gaps in the wreath. So, and it gets harder to do the more you have, the more bunches you have, the more difficult it gets towards the end. Sometimes if it's all twisted, just fix it so that it makes sense. And you got two more puffs. And push them just like that. You see how it's kind of taking shape, and it's extremely, you'll see like it's extremely filled out and looks really nice compared to people that I've seen a method where people just literally do this, and a lot of Etsy sellers do it, and it might look nice in pictures, but when it comes, so they'll do this and they'll twist and then they'll grab another thing, I don't even know, and then they'll twist and then it's like the most bizarre. It looks terrible in person. It looks so good online, but like when people get it, they're just like, oh. And yeah. So the way I'm showing you guys, it's a little tedious. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, especially if you do a really large wreath. Sometimes I have to walk away from this, like these projects, because my hands just like get so tired of this. But it's totally worth it because the look is really beautiful in the end. So again, I'm just feeding it. If it comes out at the top, then I feed it downwards, and then it comes out at the bottom, I feed it upwards, and then I just use the opposite spaces. I don't know if that's making any sense at all. I hope it is. I'm just terrible at tutorials. I feel like I'm going to be saying this whole tutorial. Good at crafts, terrible at tutorials. So that's those two poofs. What I really don't I'm not trying to bash Etsy wreath sellers, but what I really don't understand is when they charge so much and they're like, oh, labor, and they do it the way that takes like 10 minutes to do, that I'm talking about, that just doesn't look as nice. I don't understand how they feel okay with their life by charging as much as they do. I mean, like with my wreaths, as I said, this is going to be a giveaway. I will be putting a letter on one side, if that makes sense, and a bow on another, and those will be handmade. The letters will have like patterns to them. I can't even with how much people charge for these things. Always, like every other week, Burlap goes on sale for half off at Hobby Lobby. Use a coupon for the frame. You can make it for much cheaper. When I've done these wreaths, I don't sell them anymore, but when I have sold them, it's usually larger ones, and I feel okay charging what I charge because a lot of them I have hand painted letters and done this style wreath. That is pretty labor intensive. This is a smaller one, and it's probably going to take me an hour to get it completely done, but we'll go in fast YouTube speed. So I'm probably going to do, I'm going to show you guys, I'm probably going to do one more up to here. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to work my way up to here, and then I'm going to move on. When you move on, you just do the exact same thing and just work around this little bar here, and we're going to go at fast YouTube speed now. Okay guys, so I've come to the end of my roll that I was working with. I'm going to start on a new roll. And what I do is I floral wire. I take floral wire and kind of secure it up, and then start over like I did before with the floral wire in the very beginning. So it's just the same kind of thing for this. I'm flipping it over. Can you guys see how thick and so you could tell that it's just very dense? And yeah, so I'm going to take the floral wire, going to feed it through again. Okay, now we're getting stuck up there. I'm going to feed it through, feed it through here, tie it. The only downside to this, you can use pipe cleaner as well, which is probably a better idea, but I just don't like the thick pipe cleaner showing. You have to be kind of careful when you twist this off and when you grab it to not poke yourself. But so, okay, and then see, it's like that, and you're just going to start on a new section. But can you guys see how dense this is? Compared to some of the stuff you've probably seen online. or how people, if you look up like wreath tutorials, the difference. This is just kind of like, I took a bunch of different ways and kind of made my own. I'm sure someone else out there makes it like this. This is just how, like, this was my solution to trying all the other ways and thinking like, oh my God, they look so holy and janky. I don't know. So we're going to start again. Going to go back to fast forward mode. We're doing the same thing we did before. At the end, so I have a little left. Going to cut that. This is all I have left. I used 4. And again, going to take some, I always want to call it chicken wire for some reason, craft wire. Pull it into a little loop, and I'm just gonna kind of tie it to this because this is hanging out here. So I pulled this through, and I'm going to take it, and I'm also going to, I just realized you guys might not be able to see, going to run it through the wire frame so it's not sticking out too much. So I don't know if I'm able to get this in the whole shot, but this is my very full, very dense burlap wreath. Okay, on the back you can see it's super full. There's no holes, there's no gaps. This is just how I do it. This will be my giveaway, which I will film the 5K giveaway video when I get back from Vegas. But yeah, when I give this away, it will come with whoever wins. Won't get it right away because I will have them give me the initial they want on it. And we'll talk about the color options I do have for ribbon to add a bow. But yeah, I don't know, I might put this on the floor and kind of show you guys a full pan of it. Okay guys, this is the burlap wreath. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
Sorry I'm a little awkward with tutorials. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.